Your F-150 isn't clunking because it's a Ford. It's clunking because a hidden factory setting is shredding your gears. If you're watching this, you've felt it. That 1 to 3 shift that feels like a sledgehammer hitting your frame. Or that weird pause when you shift into reverse that makes you check your rearview mirror to see if you hit a wall. You've been told it's normal. You've been told it's just learning. I'm here to tell you that's a lie. In 2026, we have the data. We know why these 10 R80 units fail, and more importantly, we know that Ford left 5 specific toggles inside your truck's brain that are actively shortening your transmission's life. Today, I'm showing you how to flip those switches. We're going deeper than just buying a warranty. We are recoding your truck for survival. Before you spend a dime at the service desk, you need to understand that your dealership is paid to fix things, not to prevent them. If your transmission doesn't fail until 61,000 miles, 1 mile past warranty, they win. You lose. Most owners are driving around with a ticking time bomb simply because they trust the factory dummy lights and sealed-for-life marketing. But as a mechanic who has seen hundreds of these 10 speeds torn down on a workbench, I can tell you, lifetime usually means the lifetime of the warranty, not the lifetime of your ownership. Setting 1. The true temp gauge. Look at your dash. You see that transmission temp needle? It's a lie. That needle is what we call a normalized gauge. It's programmed to stay perfectly in the middle from 180 degrees all the way up to 230. By the time that needle actually moves to the right, your ULV fluid is already cooked, your seals are hardening, and the CDF drum is expanding. In a 10R80, heat is the absolute enemy of the internal sleeve. The fix. You need to enable the numerical temperature display. In the 2026 models, and even going back to 2017, the digital readout is hidden. Using a tool like ForScan or an OBD2 programmer, you can toggle the digital numeric setting in the instrument cluster module. Why does this save you? Because the 10-speed loves to run hot due to a part called the thermal bypass valve. This valve is designed to keep the fluid cold until it reaches operating temp, but they are notorious for sticking shut. If you see that digital number hitting 215 or 220 during a simple grocery run with no trailer, you know your valve is sticking. If you relied on the needle, you'd never know until the wrench light appeared, and your friction material was already shredded. Information isn't just power, it's thousands of dollars in your pocket. This guy in the comments is the exception, not the rule, but he's probably shifting like butter because he unintentionally did what I'm about to show you in setting number 2. He likely drives in a way that bypasses the logic errors Ford programmed into the base software. Setting 2. Disabling Auto Start-Stop. Ford calls Auto Start-Stop a fuel-saving feature. Mechanics call it a transmission killer. Every time your engine shuts off at a red light, your mechanical transmission pump stops spinning. To keep the gears pressurized so you can drive away the second the light turns green, Ford had to install a small electric auxiliary fluid pump inside the case. The problem? That pump is a high-failure weak link. Every time it kicks on to hold pressure, it creates a hydraulic shock to the valve body. Over 100,000 miles, that's thousands of unnecessary pressure spikes hammering your internal seals. Furthermore, the split second between the engine cranking and the main pump taking back over is where micro-slips happen. The fix. You can disable this permanently in the settings or via the battery management system, BMS hack. By keeping the engine, and therefore the main mechanical pump, running, you maintain constant stable line pressure. Stable pressure equals happy clutch packs. Don't trade a $9,000 transmission for a 1% fuel saving. It's the worst financial trade you can make as a truck owner. Setting 3. The skip shift eliminator. Watch your gear indicator the next time you pull away from a stop sign. Does your truck go 135? That's skip shift. Ford does this to hit corporate fuel economy targets, but it's a mechanical disaster for your internal drums. When the truck skips second and fourth gear, the engine has to produce massive amounts of low-end torque to bridge the gap between those gear ratios. This creates what we call a long apply on the C&D clutch packs. Instead of a quick, crisp gear change, the transmission has to slide into the next gear to keep the ride smooth for you. Slide equals friction. Friction equals heat. Heat equals a CDF drum sleeve that eventually slides out of place and blocks your oil passages. The fix. Using ForScan, Go into the PCM power control module and disable the progressive range selection or skip shift logic. When you force the truck to use all 10 gears, 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6, you distribute the torque load evenly across every internal component. It stops the clunk when the truck is searching for a gear, and it prevents the internal components from being hammered by unnecessary torque loads. It transforms the way the truck feels instantly. Setting 4. Adaptive learning. Calm reset. Your 10-speed has adaptive learning. It sounds smart, like the truck is getting to know you, but in reality, it's a mask for mechanical wear. If you have a tiny hydraulic leak or a piece of debris in the valve body, the computer tries to learn around it by increasing line pressure or changing shift timing to hide the symptom from you. Eventually, the computer reaches the limit of what it can learn, and that's when the transmission suddenly breaks. It didn't break that day. It's been breaking for 6 months, and the computer was just hiding it. The fix. Every 10,000 miles or right after a long towing trip, you need to clear the KAM, Keep Alive Memory. This wipes the bad habits and forces the transmission to start from a clean factory slate. If you reset the KAM and the truck shifts perfectly for 2 weeks and then gets clunky again, you've just diagnosed an internal hydraulic leak for free. If it stays smooth after the reset, you just cleared out a logic loop that was slowly killing your clutches. It's the ultimate diagnostic tool that costs $0. Setting 5. The tow haul default. This isn't a hidden menu toggle. It's a logic setting you need to use as a manual override. The secret: tow haul mode isn't just for trailers. It changes the baseline pressure table in the software. In normal mode, Ford keeps line pressure as low as possible to make the shifts feel invisible. But invisible shifts are just controlled slips. The fix: if you are driving in stop-and-go traffic, in heavy heat, or on hilly terrain, put the truck in tow haul mode immediately. This increases the base hydraulic pressure, meaning the clutches grab instead of slide. It also disables skip shift automatically without needing a laptop. Think of tow haul as preservation mode. It keeps the fluid moving faster through the cooler and keeps the clutches locking harder. A firm shift is a healthy shift. A soft shift is a dying shift. Listen to me. These 5 settings are the difference between owning a truck for 300,000 miles and owning a $60,000 paperweight. You have to be the one to do this. Ford won't do it for you because their goal is to sell you a new 2027 or 2028 model. Your goal is to keep your $80,000 investment on the road. Now, let's talk about the physical maintenance that must go along with these settings. In 2026, the lifetime fluid myth is dead. If you wait until 100,000 miles to change your ULV fluid, you are changing it on a dead transmission. The 10R80 uses ultra-low viscosity fluid. It's thin, like water. It shears down under heat much faster than the old Mercon V. The 2026 survival rule: at 30,000 miles, do a pan-drop fluid and filter change. Don't just flush it, change the filter. The filter is the kidney of your transmission. Every 10,000 miles, perform that KAM reset we talked about. Every single day, monitor that digital temp readout. If you see it spiking above 210 in normal, unloaded driving, your thermal bypass valve is failing. That is a $50 part and a 20-minute job that will save you a $9,000 transmission replacement. We have to talk about the whistleblower data regarding the CDF drum. This is the part that fails in 90% of these rebuilds. There is a stainless steel sleeve inside this drum that is held in by nothing but a press fit. Over time, heat causes the drum to expand, and the sleeve slides out of place. When it moves, it blocks the oil ports. This is what causes the bang, or the total loss of reverse. By using settings 1, 3, and 5, you are directly preventing the heat and the erratic pressure spikes that cause that sleeve to move. You are physically keeping the weak link in its place. If you are already out of warranty and you feel a bang on the 3 to 4 shift, don't panic yet. Do the KAM reset first. If it fixes it, great. If not, change the fluid and look for glitter in the pan. If the pan is clean, your problem is likely a dirty valve body, which is a $1,200 fix, not a $9,000 fix. Don't let a shop sell you a whole transmission when you only need a valve body. That sound? That's the sound of your bank account draining if you ignore these steps. For those of you scared of the coding part with Forescan, I promise it's easier than setting up a new iPhone. Get a high-quality OBD-Link EX cable, about $50. Download the Forescan software to a laptop. Plug into the port under your steering wheel. Back up your factory. As-built data first. This is your safety net. Go into the instrument cluster module to turn on your digital gauges and the PCM to kill the skip shift. It takes 10 minutes. It's the most profitable 10 minutes you will ever spend on your truck. Let's run the math one more time. The people who have true financial freedom, the people who aren't stressed about their 9 to 5, they get there by protecting their assets. Your F-150 is a tool for your freedom. If it's sitting in a dealership for 6 weeks waiting on a back-ordered CDF drum, it's a liability. The clunk isn't just an annoyance, it's a warning. In 2026, Ford finally started using an updated CDF drum design with a lip to prevent the sleeve from moving. But if your truck was built before mid-2022, you have the old design. You are the one who has to be proactive. I want you to do 2 things right now. First, go to your driver's side door, find the build date on that white sticker, and comment it below along with your mileage and any quirks you're feeling. We are building a massive database here to hold the manufacturers accountable. Second, if you want to know which specific extended warranties actually cover this $9,000 repair without a legal fight, I've got a full breakdown of the fine print coming in the next video. The clunk isn't the problem. The clunk is your chance to save the truck before it's too late. Don't wait until the wrench light stays on and you're stranded on the side of the highway with a trailer full of gear. You're not just a Ford owner, you're the CEO of your own reliability. Hit subscribe if you want the truth that the dealerships aren't allowed to tell you. I'll see you in the next breakdown. Keep those temps low, those shifts firm, and your money in your pocket. See you in the next one.